Esikolweni there are a few black people about the orchestra. Most ngabantu abamhlophe.
Ndandiqala kwawubona umntana oyintombazane edlala iTuba and eyidlala yabona nothi edlalisa ngayo.
Well, Ziggy makes a fantastic tone on the tuba. I think that's the standout quality.
Igama lami Zihle Ndika, ndina 21 and mna ndidlala iTuba. iTuba yona is a brass instrument, the biggest of the brass family. Xa ndithetha nge-brass family ndithetha nge-trumpets, ndithetha nge-French horn, ndithetha nge-trombones, trombone ke lidlalwa so. And idla ngobonakala isetyenziswa zii-majorettes okanye kwezi-band zabangcwabi. It's usually carried by the guys bematsha nazo ngathi bayibamba so bona. Inzima into yami yokuqala umculo ne andikhethanga le instrument zange ndiye kuyo ndoyikhetha. I think yona ikhethe mna. I always knew that I wanted to do music, and at primary school, if you wanted to play piano, you needed to have a piano endlini. Endlini sasikenayo ipiano, so I obviously couldn't take lessons piano. So in grade 3, we all did the ear test to check if we were musical enough to play instruments. Sorry, I'm late, G.
No, it's 12:50.
Cool, man.
Brought the whole family.
Xa sifika ke ku-room ye-tubas ne-brass in general, miss wam wathatha ngojonga ilips uzangathi hayi lo masimfake kwi-tuba ezinye zakazolunga. As a matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to test any of the other instruments, so that's how I landed up playing the tuba.
The minute I put that tuba to her mouth and she started to blow, it was perfect.
Mna ke as umama wakhe eyona instrument ndandibawela ukuba abe kanti uyayidlala yayiyipiano, kodwa wathi xa ebuya wafika endixelela into yokubana ngaba uzawudlala iTuba. Bekuyi-instrument ke leyo bendingakhange ndibe kanti ndiyihoyile noyihoya, andizange ndikhe ndiziphe nethuba loba ndiyijonge uba yi-instrument enjani na.
Xa kuthethwa ngomculo okanye musical instruments ndiqhele abantu bethetha nge-saxophone yaka Kokolum okanye i-trumpet yaka Hugh Masekela, and ndikhulele elokishini, so that's what I was accustomed to. So xa ndinikwa le nto akho mntu uyaziyo le nto. Once I started playing it, and once I got attention for being a black female tuba player, I started liking it, and I started really falling in love with the sound as well.
I-instrument ene-bass endongo-ndongo etshelo phezantsi.
2, 4.
iTuba ebhendini izisa ngeyona instrument like for i-bass, naxa usakha indlu uyayinida i-foundation, so iTuba ndingatsho uba iyi-foundation kwi-brass.
for udlala ituba umzimba wakhe isikube ngathi yamsinda nemsizele but uba benodlala iviolin like ebenofaneleka but kuba eyithanda ituba.
Xa ndimthatha ndimsa kwi-classes kwi-rehearsals zakhe kusasa igate yakhona ikude esikolweni so mna ndithi ndiyazama ukumphathisa le instrument but ufumanise into yokuba akafuni at all so yi-instrument azayirhuqa ngokwakhe mna ukhetha into yokubana ngaba ndiphathe ubhaka lo umncinci ungasindiyo ndabona into yokubana ngaba uZihle uyakude nalo mculo lona.
I remember putting her on a stool with a telephone directory on top, and she sat on top of the telephone book just to get her high enough to reach the mouthpiece.
So I used to put the telephone book on top of the chair, then put a pillow on top of the chair, and another pillow for my instrument so that it doesn't slip. So that was my life. I carried, in fact, it was 2 chairs that I sat on with a telephone book, nomkamelo. So I carried 3 chairs, a telephone book, and a pillow.
Wawungenawusondela nje kwityhubha yakhe uzasixelela into yokubana ngaba sizayiwisa futhi kuyadura ukumenda le instrument.
I am studying iBhima's Performing Arts. Ndiyenza unyaka wesithathu. It's a 4-year degree. Ugqiba kwam apha I'll be a qualified performing arts graduate, which will entail that I'll be a professional tuba player.
Yo, umna anzange ndizibone ndinomntana oyi-musician. Manditsho ndithi esese-primary uZihle yona nto bendixelela yona is that uzaba yi-musician. But mna ndandimbone umntwana ozaba yi-chartered accountant.
Yayinophula inhliziyo kakhulu. I'd go to school, have mixed emotions, and say, maybe I should quit because they always say abazali know what's best. But something, every time I played my instrument, something just told me to continue. Tina, omama bethu bazange babe nayo i-access to playing instruments. Omama bethu zange bawafumane amathuba that we've received. The instrument number 1 ayiqhelekanga. Number 2, I'm a female, ndidlala le instrument. That as well ayiqhelekanga. Number 3, ndimnyama ndidlala i-instrument. That as well ayiqhelekanga. As much as I was popular for playing ituba, I was also ridiculed for playing ituba. I remember a time I used to come home to without my mom knowing because my mom was a banewar.
Izohlala inawo amagama awo nje yasekasi ba yaba desperado mhlawumbe ngezi cases eziphetheyo zine instruments phakathi.
I remember the first time they auditioned for the professional Eastern Cape Philharmonic Orchestra. I figured ndiphethe this big instrument nahlala phansi and people started laughing, you know. She's a female, she's so tiny, how is she going to make noise in the orchestra? We need bass, how is she going to hold it down? But I think slowly but surely I'm breaking those barriers. I think people are more accepting now of what I do. Uncle Winston, how are you?
Not too bad, man.
There's different kinds of tubas. Eyona iqhelekileyo xa beqalayo primary school would probably be the E-flat and the B-flat tuba. E-flat and the B-flat tuba are more or less the same size, ne? And then we get double E-flat, double B-flat. Zona ke zinkulwana, so anything with a double on it is usually bigger. Uncle Winston, I'm looking for some mouthpieces. Is it possible if I could see some of the mouthpieces that you have in the store?
Yeah, I've got a few here.
Mouthpiece ke yelena ndibeka umlomo kuyo for udlala. And then we've got rotary valves. There's also a piston valve. Piston valve ke uyayikhupha, uyi-oilishe yonke uphinde uyifake ngaphakathi. I see a Vincent Bach Tuba mouthpiece.
Yeah, okay.
My mouthpiece endithanda ukuyisebenzisa Vincent Bach. I find that it gives me a more smoother, more velvety tone on my instrument. I currently don't own tuba because tuba is a very expensive instrument. Lena ndisebenzisayo, I hired from the institution. For instance, le ndiyidlalayo at the moment, which is a Murphone, yona at the moment it's going for 8,000 euros. Masikahlala ne-calculator senze ama conversions, will probably get to about 120,000 rand. But I do hope to own one in the next year or two, seeing that I'll be graduating soon and I won't have access to a tuba. If mhlawumbi at the time when I started, mama wayenayo imali yokuthengela instrument, I could have probably bought a tuba at far lesser price, because we know that i-tubas ziyanyuka nyaka na nyaka.
Kuyi-instrument ekungekho lula ukuba umzali angayisavela ayithenge, more especially ke xa ungumzali oyi-single parent.
I-instrument yona inga-expensive uyithenga, but to maintain akho expensive. As long as uzokwazi uyiphatha njengomntanakho, uyikline, ungamane uyidenda, then ayikho enye into oyilungisayo.
I remember a day ndidlala the big tuba, ndiyibekile efranti, and my neighbor uzodlala naye apha, wafika wayigila, yadenteka i-instrument, it went flat at the bottom. And I remember I was so scared. Oh my goodness, the instrument we got to get and I didn't explain about McTenny. Because ndiyadlala mosne, and then bako a collection of amate arm, so I often have to empty the instrument. At the bottom of the instrument, kuko is spit valve. So ndivula la spit valve and then kuphume onke la mathe bewekade e-collector inside. Sisebenzisa ne-valve oil ke. I-valve oil, i-instrument yam ndi-oiler once a month. I fani stike. So ndi-oiler once a month. Oh, kubakho ne-mute. E-mute is what changes the sound and makes it tinier or smaller. In the country, we don't have any tuba mutes, so you'll have to purchase them online. Abantu abaninzi bacinga ubana uvela uvuthele nje ku-instrument to produce the sound. Kanti that's actually not how you produce the sound. If abantu bayayazi ivuvuzela mos awuvela uyivuthele ikhali, you need to buzz your lips, so like ubuzz ohlobo. That's how I make the sound on the instrument.
You have to have what we call a good embouchure, and that is how you hold your lips when you play. And you need to be fairly healthy because you need a lot of air to play the tuba.
Xa uphefumla, ufunxa umoya ufaka kwemzimbeni, isisu sakho siyaphuma because ugcwalisa isisu ngomoya.
And for that, sidla ngoyenza breathing exercises to expand the lung capacity as well. Especially for me, because we know that males generally have larger organs than a female. So I feel like I have to work extra hard so I can compete in this world dominated by amadoda when it comes to tuba playing.
Zihle akanaxesha siyagqithana ungena eklasini uyopractice ituba kanye i-trombone kanye i-euphonium akanaxesha.
Just like umntu ojimayo mawuyeke ijim for a week xa iphinde buyela phana akazoqala from la moment ebekuyo funeka aphinde aqale from the bottom again. So as a tuba player, I'm required to practice 4 hours a day. I feel like for umntu akwazi understand classical music bekumele kanti uzalelwe kuyo, and thina ke singabantu abamnyama sizalelwanga ne-classical music. It's not in us into classical music. Classical music is very much a Western concept. Classical music is not boring. Classical music is music just like jazz. It's music just like rock. It's music just like mpaqanga, nestachamia. I feel like people need to be open-minded about the concept yomculo. Singazilimithi sithi hayi mna ndimamela jazz okanye mna ndimamela house. A lot can be done ngomculo, and we shouldn't stick to into one. Bean's gonna play a tuba. It's gonna be quite interesting. In classical music, umculo serious kakhulu. So the audience is required to be dead still. Akufuneka ngobekho ifone ekhalayo. You'll find that in foreign countries, bayaqumba kakhulu uba ifone yakhe ikhalile in the middle of a performance. In fact, they stop the whole orchestra. But because this is South Africa, and we understand how our audience receives umculo wethu, we don't mind if people make a noise, because that's generally how South Africans respond to into emnandi. Wong umuntu opha udlala jazz, and I come from this classical background. So I wanted to see what reaction we would get from the people at Taven towards umculo nizawudlala, towards the instrument endidlalayo, towards me as a black female South African tuba player. Molweni nonke. Ninjani, right? Okay, cool. Igama lam nguZihle. Ndihlala eDwesi. Ndidlala lento inkulu niyibonayo apha. I felt the need to explain what I was about to do, so that bazokwazi uba ne-better understanding. At the moment, ndidlala kwi-Miyaji Youth Orchestra and then ndidlala kwi-New School Orchestra. So i-New School Orchestra is a concept that I'm very excited about. So kule orchestra, into sizamuyenza thina as a youth is that we're trying to make music more accessible to abantu abadala. We try to merge sounds that they're familiar with the classical experience that we have as well. We also want to play music that our own peers can relate to.
I'm surprised. You know, it's like you don't actually see girls or women. I don't know. You know what I mean?
We've got umculo with jazz elements, and then we also feature some hip-hop elements because that's what we listen to as a youth. We want to do something creative, something very spontaneous, something very nice, something very... So, shall we hook up tomorrow? Numbers, dials,
I've got a guitar, I sing, you know, I rap, you know what I mean?
I don't just want to be a tuba player. I feel like umculo is also about being business-minded. We also need to learn what goes on behind the scenes.
To earn money, especially living in South Africa, if you want to be a musician, generally you'd need to be a teacher too.
In order for you to make money in this industry, you have to be open-minded, be willing to try out new things.
I've been telling her name is Mr. Mo, so I'm ready. I'm the dude who stays by the corner. She's the one I could really call her my caller.
I also want to create opportunities for other kids to travel, for other kids to receive the same opportunities that I received as a tuba player. I played in Hamburg. There's a jazz club in Hamburg called Die Fabrik. This jazz club is this very same jazz club where the Beatles used to perform. This is the jazz club where Miriam Makeba used to perform while she lived in Germany, or Huma Segela, all the legends that you can think of. And I never thought that ndingaze ndiyodlala kwindawo ezinjalo.
Ndiyambulela uThixo ngomntana osinike yona, ngumzukulwana asinike yona, because usihambisa kwindawo eziphezulu.
I remember saying to her, you know, one day you and I are going to be sitting in the Port Elizabeth East Cape Philharmonic Orchestra together. And yeah, I don't even think she'd left school and we were playing together.
She has a great future in music in this country.
Zihle xa ithetha ngethuba yakhe uyamva uba akazuphela lapha eSouth Africa.
We are doing great things, and sibonwa in foreign countries that we are doing great things, and yet our own country doesn't realize our potential. I think that as a youth, okanye as a person in whatever art oyenzayo, you must think horizontally. Horizontally, you must think out of the box. If you want to qala band, if you want to qala a genre enja, which is what I'd eventually like to do.